how are people living successfully on the coast? Will that continue? Can they just live their lives as they've always lived them? Or are things going to change? And if things change, are they going to be for the better or for the worst? And if things are going to change for the worst, how can we prepare now to make that less bad? And so the research we do is we write computer programs that will simulate how the sea will rise, how ecosystems will change when the sea gets higher, and then how people may react once that happens. Almost all of my students, when I ask a bunch of students, how many people live within 3 miles of the coast, at least half the students raise their hands. It's a lot of students. So a lot of families are right on the coast, and the coast is changing. And if the sea is rising up, we've been looking at different rates of that. But as the sea rises to become an inconvenience to people, or flooding starts occurring, or infrastructure starts to fail, people are going to have to deal with that. Sooner or later, infrastructure starts to be degraded to a point where you can't drive to work, you can't drive to your home. It can also be that the different connections of water, electricity start to have problems. Again, you have to start to live your life, and this is something that's slowly moving up. There's challenges right now in parts of Miami with blue sky flooding. We have a beautiful blue sky today, and in certain parts of Miami, if the tide is high enough, the road is underwater, may even be 2 feet underwater, but there's been no rain. And so this is already starting now, and it's been well documented in the popular media about these flooding events. And the city of Miami Beach has been spending hundreds of millions of dollars in infrastructure to try to fix this, or at least buy themselves time until a better solution can come. So again, it's affecting people right now, not so much in North Florida, though on the coast in Cedar Key and in Matanzas, where our research shows, the people who live on the coast are noticing. We've asked stakeholders, have you noticed that the sea is getting higher and higher, and people have almost always said yes. People of all different types, of people in business, people in tourism, retirees have all noticed these things and are starting to say it's impacting their lives now. Well, depending on which model scenario you're looking at, it may be a slight inconvenience or it may be a large-scale inconvenience. And so those are the things that we're trying to look at, is who gets affected and when, and what can we do about it.